Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Friday, August 16th, 2024. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I sincerely hope you folks have a truly blessed and wonderful Friday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is a list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Also tonight in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for tomorrow, which is Saturday, plus Sunday. That's the entire weekend, plus through all of next week. I will also have the very latest with Hurricane Ernesto. So without further ado, on this Friday night, let's get things started here with my National Day calendar segment. And of course, my featured National Day calendar holiday from today is that today was National Airborne Day. On this day, National Airborne Day honors the military's airborne divisions of the armed forces. 84 years ago to this day, on Friday, August 16, 1940, today has marked the date of the first official Army parachute jump at Fort Benning, Georgia. The successful jump validated the innovative concept of inserting U.S. ground combat forces behind the battle line by parachute. These sky soldiers represent some of the most prestigious and expertly trained forces in the United States Army. In the U.S. Army, currently 2 airborne divisions operate. The 82nd Airborne Division out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina began as an infantry division. During World War I, the 82nd Division activated on August 25, 1917 at Camp Gordon. In 1918, they earned the nickname All-American for the composition of their division, since the soldiers came not only from all across the country, but several were immigrants too. The 82nd Division represented all of America, as few other divisions did at that time. The 2nd and still active Airborne Division had a short-lived beginning. During World War I, the 101st Airborne Division organized for a short while on November 2, 1918. However, the war ended shortly after. During World War II, the Screaming Eagles reactivated on August 16, 1942 at Camp Claiborne, Louisiana. They currently make their home at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Both units have served around the world in combat, peacekeeping, and humanitarian missions. Here's how to observe. Discover more about the airborne troops of the United States military. Watch documentaries about airborne troops in the United States military. Explore the history of airborne units. Read Airborne: A Combat History of American Forces by E.M. Flanagan, or Out of the Blue: U.S. Army Airborne Operations in World War II by James Huston. Discover even more by visiting military museums and memorials honoring the airborne forces. Thank a paratroop and use hashtag National Airborne Day to post on social media. Here's the history behind National Airborne Day. President George W. Bush proclaimed here's the history behind National Airborne Day. President George W. Bush proclaimed National Airborne Day on August 14, 2002. On August 3, 2009, the U.S. Senate of the 111th Congress recognized National Airborne Day with Senate Resolution 235. Here's a few facts about airbornes. The U.S. Army Airborne does have a creed. You can find it at the Association of the U.S. The U.S. Army Airborne does have a creed. In fact, you can find it at the Association of the United States Army. The AA patch worn by the 82 Airborne it stands for All-American, a nickname supplied by Vivian Goodwin soon after the 82nd Airborne formed during World War I. The 101st insignia looked like a bald eagle on a black shield represents the 101st Airborne. As a result, their nickname is the Screaming Eagles. The U.S. Army Airborne School, the Airborne Training. The U.S. Army Airborne School in Fort Benning, Georgia conducts 3-week basic paratrooper training. Those are some of the few things to learn about airbornes. And also, I want to add that now I'm going to give you a brief description about it. I know a lot of you. I know many of you out there do not drink, including myself. But also today was National Rum Day. National Rum Day. So National Rum Day. Blended beverages and cocktails created delicious celebration on this day, National Rum Day. Rum is a distilled clear alcoholic beverage which is a byproduct of sugar production. It can also be made directly from sugarcane juice. Good evening to you, Lisa. How are you doing tonight? How was your day today? On this day, blended beverages and cocktails created a delicious celebration on National Rum Day. Rum is a distilled clear alcoholic beverage which is a byproduct of sugar production. It can also be made directly from sugarcane juice. After the fermentation and distillation process, most rum ages in wood and oak barrels. Here's the facts about rum. In 1764, the British Crown placed a tax on sugar, molasses, and rum on the American colonies. This tax was called the Sugar Act of 1764. It was instrumental in the unrest that finally became the American Revolution. Rum is the third most popular spirit in the United States. Only vodka and all the whiskeys combined beat it for the first and second rankings. The spirit finds its way into citrusy mixed drinks and cool blended summer cocktails, so much so that rum stirs up images of sandy beaches and brightly colored umbrellas and fruity drinks. However, rum also conjures up sailors and pirates. The reason for that is how rum came to be. In the West Indies during the 1600s, large plantations grew sugar cane. When they extracted the sugar, they created a byproduct called molasses. For years, the molasses was a waste product until it was discovered it could be distilled into rum. Then rum became not only a commodity for trade, but also a ration on the ships delivering the product. Even in the modern Royal Navy, British sailors received an allotment of rum until 1970. That's a brief info about rum, and now here's one more I want to tell you guys. Right? One of my favorite is Miss Lisa. How was your day today? So also, and I'm sure at least more than half of you have spent time venturing on a roller coaster. I mean, it was a little busy, but my day was fabulous. It was hot. In fact, today turned out today turned out to be the hottest day of the year. I had the day off work, and I went to go eat lunch with a friend earlier. I spent the day going to eat lunch with a friend. All in all, it was a fact. Although it was a great day for me. It was hot, the hottest day of the year. I spent this day by going out to go eat lunch with a friend. I'm sure that nearly more than half of you have spent this parts of this summer going out to ride a roller coaster. Each year on this day, and I do this every now and then, talk about the brief information of multiple national days. Each year on this day, people flock to amusement parks like Six Flags or Cedar Falls or Silver Dollar or Magic Springs, to name a few. Each year on this day, people flock to amusement parks for a thrill, a few exciting screams, and to celebrate National Roller Coaster Day. Take a ride on a roller coaster near you. You know, like, choose from like Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, Georgia. Just naming a few states. The day commemorates the first vertical loop roller coaster, which was patented by Edwin Prescott on this day in 1898. That would be 126 years ago. A roller coaster consists one or more multiple cars on a track. While they are similar to railroad systems in design, the inclines and vertical loops incorporated in the structures aren't for transportation. These elements boost the thrills roller coasters enthusiasts seek. The oldest roller coasters are believed to have originated from the so-called Russian mountains. Built in the 17th century, these specially constructed hills of ice located near St. Petersburg, Russia, rose between 70 and 80 feet in height. Passengers faced 50-degree drops. Wooden supports supplied reinforcement. Roller coaster designs existed since at least 1872 when J.G. Taylor received one of the earliest patents. He called his creation an incline railway. Another patent granted for an inclined plane railway was granted to Richard Luxden in 1878. For years, history has believed the first roller coaster in America opened at Coney Island on June 26, 1884. However, tracing J.G. Taylor's patent in newspaper articles tells us a different story. According to Providence Evening Press dated June 1872, Taylor's elevated railway at Rocky Point, Rhode Island extended 400 feet and gave nine passengers a ride. It all started with the shove, allowing gravity to do the rest. While Prescott's patent detailed ways to improve upon structures such as J.G. Taylor's and that built at Coney Island, it was Prescott's designs that led to the roller coasters we know today. His design gave riders a reason to scream and keep coming back for the rush of excitement. So that's basically my story to you guys about roller coasters, since that's like one of my minor topics. But of course, here are the following listed that were listed as National Day holidays. National Rum Day. So I began to talk. National Airborne Day, National Rum Day, National Roller Coaster Day, and also today was National Tell a Joke Day. But rum and roller coasters are like my minor topics, but my main major topic from today is that it was National Airborne Day. So, and we all know that. Good evening to you. How are you doing, Miss Lucy? So that's my subject to you guys. And about from the National Day calendar here on this Friday night, and of course, so tune in tomorrow night in my weekend video for tomorrow's National Day calendar, tomorrow night's National Day calendar segment, my future National Day calendar holiday for tomorrow. And now, let's get to it with your weather. So if you've noticed. If you've noticed how hot it was today, believe me. Today, just like what much of this week has been absolutely a scorcher. We've at least reached the triple digits for the 4th day in a row. Once again, in fact, today actually turned out to be one. Today has turned out to be one of the hottest days we've had here in Shreveport so far this year. So far this summer. Today has turned out to be like the hottest days of the entire year so far. So today of course was a very scorching hot day. And we've had the excessive heat warnings in effect all during the day. God bless me. And of course, unfortunately, we have an excessive heat warning that remains in effect until 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. So I have an excessive heat warning. We have both the excessive heat warning and heat advisory. They are both in effect. What you see highlighted in dark pink is an excessive heat warning. What you see highlighted in orange is a heat advisory. An excessive heat warning is now in effect for the majority of the 4-state region through 8 p.m. Saturday, as heat indices climb to in excess of 110 degrees. A heat advisory has also been extended for portions of Deep East Texas through 8 p.m. Saturday, as well as heat indices range from 105 to 110 degrees. So this is what I mean with the excessive heat warning. Dangerously hot conditions are expected. Good evening to you, Mandy. How are you doing tonight? How was your day today? Excessive heat warning. An excessive heat warning, that means dangerously hot conditions are expected with heat indices in excess of 110 degrees possible. Heat advisory is that heat indices of 105 to 110 degrees are expected. Of course, I encourage you folks, make sure you take it easy. You have to take it easy in the midst of this extreme heat, and make sure you're drinking lots of water. So, man, I didn't know that you were here, Mandy. Are you here just for the weekend? When do you go back to? I thought you were still in Chicago. When do you go back to Chicago? So that means the heat exhaustion. and heat stroke are likely with prolonged exposure to these conditions. Those are the safety precautions. Heat exhaustion and heat stroke are likely with prolonged exposure to these conditions. Drink plenty of fluids, stay in air-conditioned rooms, and check up on relatives or those vulnerable to the heat. Bring pets inside or give them a shady place to rest with plenty of water. I get it. Jessica, your best friend, your best friend Jessica. Jessica Heffern Dixon. That's who. Okay, the heat safety precautions. Heat exhaustion. Your best friend Jessica Heffern Dixon, she today turns the big 40. I turned the big 40 this past April, and you've turned the big 40 in July, just over a month ago. On July 6th, just over a month ago. Actually, 41 days ago to be exact. She's the big 40, just like I am and you are, the big 40. Just like I am and you are, the big 40. Safety precautions. Heat exhaustion and heat stroke are likely with prolonged exposure to these conditions. Drink plenty of fluids, stay in air-conditioned rooms, and check up on relatives or those vulnerable to the heat. Bring pets inside or give them a shady place to rest with plenty of water. Know the signs and symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. So if you have to be outside anytime during the day, please limit your time outside. Take frequent breaks. Drink plenty of fluids. Most importantly, drink lots of water. Of course, the vast majority of our area points northward. I sure am. I am working tomorrow. I sure am. So that means an excessive heat warning. An excessive heat warning is in place for the northern portion of the Ark-La-Tex region, including right here in Shreveport, Bossier, and points northward. I will be there from 11 to about 3 o'clock. And then a heat advisory is in our southern portions of the Ark-La-Tex region, like portions of central Louisiana and also some parts of deep East Texas. That's in effect from tomorrow. From tomorrow until 8 p.m. I will be there from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And of course, so nothing happened. Nothing here is happening along the local radar on the local radar here in Shreveport on the Shreveport local radar. So we're basically not finding any showers or storms, but yes, I know. Yeah, it was to be exact. It was 102 today. Felt like it was over 110. It was brutal. I do have rain chances in the forecast. I'll let you guys know when those arrive, and I also have some moderately hot temperatures. Next few days, I'll let you guys know exactly what days when we could expect rain around, and also when we should expect a slight lowering in temperatures. So again, here on the Shreveport radar, we're not seeing any showers or storms. But if you look on the regional radar, we're seeing a big storm in portions of southeastern Kansas, portions of southern and southwestern Missouri, most parts of northwest Arkansas, and of course northeast Oklahoma. So that's where the shower and thunderstorm activity that's due to the advance of an approaching upper level low system, approaching cold front that could be knocking on our doors within the next couple days. So there's a small shower in a portion of south central Texas. I don't think that's true. I think that's just a small shower. But we're seeing another line of showers in portions of southeastern Mississippi and the portions of southwestern and western Alabama, and also another good cluster of showers and storms found in around the Chattanooga, Tennessee metro area, and of course portions of northwest Georgia, east of the Atlanta metro area, and portions of northeastern Georgia into northwestern South Carolina. And also we're seeing showers along the Florida Gulf Coast. Now that's the upper level system that could be giving us the slight chances of rain, slight chances of rain, and a slight lowering in temperatures. Maybe not as hot as it's been. That's the high pressure ridge over the Gulf is what's been responsible. Good evening to you, Jessica. Good evening to you, Jessica. How are you doing? Happy birthday to you. Happy 40th birthday to you, Miss Jessica. I miss you. And so how are you? How's it feel? How's it feel turning the big 4-0, Jessica? So the ridge of high pressure has been responsible for our heat wave we've experienced here this week. It's the ridge of high pressures which has been keeping us relatively hot and humid, very dry. Miss you too. Hope you're doing well. So today has turned out to be a such a very brutally hot day tomorrow. So and unfortunately, this heat it's not gonna let up anytime soon, at least just yet. So that's been with the high pressure ridge over the Gulf, and of course that's what's been given with the very humid conditions. That's what's giving us the excessive heat warning. So today was most likely the 11th time we reached triple digits earlier today. Today was likely the 11th time we reached triple digits. I'll take that back. Today was the 11th time we've reached the century mark this summer. The 11th time we reached the century mark this year. As heat index values rose to 110. At least it kind of like over that. So some of the hottest this year with high temperatures maxing in the triple digits. And we've seen like a sunshine along with the deep clouds. So all in all, today turned out to be a fairly hot day. Temperature outside here on this Friday night is 88 degrees with clear skies. Of course, you know it is awfully warm out here on this Friday night. Temperature outside here on this Friday night is 88 degrees with clear skies. We have a southwest wind at 7 miles per hour. Humidity is 62%. Dew point is 70 degrees. Temperature outside on this Friday night is 88 degrees with clear skies. We have a southwest wind at 7 miles per hour. Humidity is 62%. Dew point is 73 degrees. That's what gives a feels like temperature. The heat index of 96 degrees. Can you believe how awfully hot it feels even at this hour? So please take it easy. And of course, the barometric pressure is at 29.96 inches of mercury. So after an extremely hot day, so that is why we have the excessive heat. So again, we have an excessive heat warning that's in effect until 9 p.m. tomorrow night. An excessive heat warning that's in effect until I don't know where I get 8 o'clock. I don't know why the excessive heat warning is in effect until 9 o'clock, not 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna go by 9. So again, the excessive heat warning that is in effect until 9 p.m. tomorrow night. So now I'm gonna explain to you guys about the excessive heat warning. Again, hot temperatures and high humidity will bring dangerous levels of heat to the region through the weekend. Heat index values will likely climb above 105 degrees in most locations. A few strong thunderstorms are possible Saturday evening across the heart of the Arctic, and again Sunday evening, overnight into Monday morning for portions of central to southern Arkansas. Damaging winds will be the primary associated hazard. So some of us could be getting a line of storms later this weekend. It would be nice for us to see some rain. So far, this has been like we've gone at least 20 days without measurable rainfall here in Shreveport. So keep in mind, I have an excessive heat warning in effect until 9. I know the National Weather Service map is set until 8 p.m., but it's actually until just so I get my information. Just so I can get my information correct, the excessive heat warning is in effect until 9 o'clock tomorrow night. 9 p.m. tomorrow night, Saturday, August 17th. Thunderstorms in the Pacific Northwest and Great Lakes. Dangerous heat persists across the south. Critical fire weather concerns in the west. Scattered severe thunderstorms are possible in parts of Kentucky, the Ohio Valley, and Pacific Northwest Saturday. Strong winds and hail are the primary hazards. Dangerous heat stress will persist through the weekend over parts of the southern plains and lower Mississippi Valley. Dry and windy conditions will lead to critical fire weather concerns across portions of the western U.S. this weekend. So we're not the only ones who's dealing with excessive heat. A good portion of the U.S., mainly across the western U.S. and the southern plains, is dealing with excessive heat. Now here is the very latest with with Hurricane Ernesto. So I did mention last night and early this morning that Ernesto has strengthened into a Category 2 storm. So we still have Hurricane Ernesto active in the tropics. We still have the season's fifth storm of Ernesto. Excuse me. Excuse me. So it shows that Ernesto is weakening. So Ernesto had strengthened into a Category 2 storm earlier, but right now, what I'm learning is that Ernesto has weakened into a Category 1 storm. So here's the very latest with Hurricane Ernesto. So Ernesto is now a Category 1 storm once again. Hurricane Ernesto is now a Category 1 hurricane. So Hurricane Ernesto is currently a Category 1 hurricane, and it is currently located approximately 65 miles from Bermuda. So we have a maximum sustained winds at 90 miles per hour with gusts up to 115 miles per hour. This system is moving from the north-northeast at 15 miles per hour with the barometric pressure at 28.61 inches of mercury. So that is where Ernesto is right now with the very latest on Ernesto. So that's where we are with that is the very latest with Hurricane Ernesto. Of course, in the midst of hurricane season, we're less than a month away from when the season reaches its peak. So we're less than a month away from when hurricane season reaches its peak. We're less than a month away from the hurricane season reaching its peak. You know, it's been August, and the tropics tend to get very active and busy nonstop. And of course, this storm is only going to intensify in days to come. The season. Well, no, I take that back about the system, about the hurricane. But we still have Hurricane Ernesto out in the tropics. It is currently a Category 2 storm. And I'm not Category 2. I take that back. Category 1 storm. So it is a Category 1 storm. And I'll let you guys know where it makes its progress tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, of course, again tomorrow night in my weekend edition of my Facebook Live tomorrow night. So now, let's come back and talk about your weather here at home. So tonight's going to be a very okay, back to weather. So very warm and humid conditions are. Did I reach to see you guys earlier? Very warm and humid conditions are again expected tonight, with temperatures only falling into the mid 70s to 80 degrees, with isolated showers and thunderstorms cannot be ruled out during early evening hours across the northern sections of southwest Arkansas. And of course, your averages and records for this day for Friday, August 16th. Normal high is 95, normal low is 73. 107 is the record high set on this day back in 2011. 59 is the record low set on this day back in 1992. And of course, let's see how warm we're going to be tonight. So tonight, of course, it's going to be a very warm evening for us. As he bottom at 81 degrees, it will be a very warm with mostly clear skies. So normal low is 73, so we'll be about 8 degrees. We'll be about 8 degrees above normal. So a very warm evening is expected with temperatures not falling much. So that's one thing about it is after an extremely hot and humid day. Of course, with the humidity around, that's what keeps That's what keeps temperatures from dropping much too low. So after low temperature night, 81 degrees. Don't forget we have the excessive heat warning that's in effect until 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Low temperature night. So tonight will be mainly clear and very warm as we bottom out at 81 degrees with the south-southwest wind at 7 miles per hour. And of course, we're not expecting any rain. Now tomorrow, going into your Saturday, expect another day of dangerous heat. It's gonna be another dangerously hot day with partly cloudy skies. High temperature tomorrow 102. So 102, that is likely the hottest temperature it's been so far all this summer. So for all this year, so tomorrow it's likely, so we could equal that. Now of course we have hit 102 here in Shreveport at least once. So if you have to be outside, please make sure you take it easy, take frequent breaks, and make sure you're drinking plenty of water to stay cool and hydrated, and try to keep yourself out of the sun much as possible. So you expect another day of dangerous heat, similar to what we experienced yesterday, today, and basically much of this week. High temperature tomorrow 102 with the heat index of 111. So keep in mind we have the excessive heat warning that's in effect until 9 o'clock. That remains in effect until 9 o'clock tomorrow night. High temperature 102, have a southwest wind at 7. High temperature 102, heat index 111, have a southwest wind at 7 miles per hour. And I put your rain chance at a 10%. Some of us may get a stray shower or two, but basically we should rather have a dry start to the weekend. And of course, we're expecting skies to be mostly clear during the overnight hours tonight, with temperatures only falling through the low to mid 80s. So it's gonna be an unusually warm evening for us tonight. So it's gonna be an unusually warm evening for us tonight. So we'll start off. So going into your Saturday, we'll start off tomorrow morning, temperature of 81 degrees with mostly clear skies. 9 a.m. tomorrow with mostly sunny skies, we should be at 87 degrees. Noon tomorrow with mostly sunny skies, we should be at 96 degrees. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon with mostly sunny skies, we should top it at 100. So if we hit 100 again tomorrow, it will be the 12th time we've done so this year. And 6 p.m. tomorrow evening, we should still be at 100 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Then around 9 p.m. tomorrow night with mostly clear skies, we should bottom out at 91 degrees. So rain chance looking very slim. So if we do happen to see any rain during the day tomorrow, I just wish we would. Because so far in the month of August, within the last 4 to 5 days of July, and also each day this month, we have not received any rain. It would be exactly 3 weeks ago today since the last time Shreveport had any measurable rainfall of any kind, of any sort. So it is about time that we get rainfall welcome here. So definitely it would be time for the change. Now let's see what the next 7 to 10 days have in store for us. So after low temperature tonight of 81 degrees, of course that is unusually warm for this time of year. And you know it's August, so we're kind of accustomed to seeing low temperatures failing to drop below 80 degrees on a few occasions. Tomorrow, going into your Saturday, expect another day of dangerous heat. If we happen to see more clouds during the day tomorrow, then we might not get as hot as we did today. So abundant sunshine has definitely heated us up to well into the triple digits. So tomorrow we will likely reach the triple digits. We will likely get above 100 again during the day tomorrow. So expect another day of dangerous heat. All odds will have partly cloudy skies. So take it easy. Take frequent breaks. Drink plenty of water with the high of 102, low of 80. Heat index 111. We have a southwest wind at 7 miles per hour. Chance of rain 10%. Unfortunately, that's the only relief we're gonna have from the heat. Is we have that small rain chance. And of course, going into your Sunday, we'll close out the weekend with a slightly better rain chance, but not by much. Well, it will be hot with partly cloudy skies. Expect thunderstorms in the afternoon. So remember, the heat will be dangerous. Of course, we'll be watching the frontal boundary coming through, especially during the day on Sunday. So Sunday gets even hotter. So Sunday is likely going to be the hottest we'll see out the next 7 to 10 days. And fortunately, after Sunday, it doesn't get any hotter. Fortunately, after Sunday, it shouldn't get any hotter than this. It will be hot with partly cloudy skies. So remember to minimize outdoor activity. That means to limit your time outdoors. So the heat will be dangerous. So Sunday will be partly cloudy and hot with thunderstorms, with a few thunderstorms around, mostly especially in the afternoon. With the high of 106, low of 79, heat index 114. So likely the heat is excessive heat warning is likely going to be extended as you go into your Sunday. So we have a very hot weekend on the way. So that's going to be headed to the front. That's going to come through. But that could give us some relief is that I have a so high of 106, low of 79, with the heat index of 114. That is insanely hot. We have a west-southwest wind at 7 miles per hour, chance of rain 30%. And of course, Monday is still going to be a hot day. Have another slight better rain chance that's on the way as we're going into your Monday. We have a couple of thunderstorms in the morning. Otherwise, it will be partly cloudy and hot. Just remember, the heat will be dangerous. So please limit your time outdoors and minimize or reduce your outdoor activity. Suggesting the outdoor chores early in the morning, during the sunrise, late in the evening, during and after sunset. So remember, expect a few thunderstorms in the morning. Otherwise, it will be hot with a mix of clouds and sunshine, partly cloudy and hot. Remember, the heat will be dangerous even as we go into your Monday. So we're not going to be quite done with the heat just yet, with the excessive heat just yet. With the high of 102, low of 78, heat index 109. We have an east-northeast wind at 6 miles per hour, chance of rain 30%. And then finally, as we go into your Tuesday, we finally begin to ease back closer to normal with our temperatures. Going into your Tuesday would be partly cloudy and not as hot with a couple showers and thunderstorms here and there. Going into your Tuesday, with the high of 95, low with the high of 95, low of 74, heat index 101. Winds will be from the east northeast at 7 miles per hour and chance of rain 30%. So we have another small rain chance on the but it's not going to be much. I just wish we had more. And that would be not now Monday. Going to your Wednesday towards the middle of next week. We have partly cloudy skies, maybe a slight chance of a shower, thunderstorm, or two possible. High of 96, low of 74. East, we have a wind from the east southeast at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain only 20%. So, on a slight chance of partly cloudy skies, slight chance of a shower, thunderstorm possible. But if we do it won't be much. So, but instead of having highs in the triple digits for Wednesday, I'll have highs in the mid-90s. High of 96, low of 74. Winds will be from the east southeast at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Now Thursday, it will be another very warm day for us with mostly cloudy skies. High of 97, low partly mostly cloudy skies. High of 97, low of 72. We have an east southeast wind at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 10%. And we go into the end of next week. The heat returns. It will be a hot day for us. We'll close out next week with hot and dry conditions. With a high of 99, low of 73. We have an east southeast wind at 7 miles per hour and no rain is expected. It looks like next weekend triple digits return with sunshine, highs close to 100 with no chance of rain expected. That's Saturday the 24th. Sunday the 25th, we have highs in the upper 90s with mostly sunny skies, no rain expected. It looks like Monday the 26th, as we get into Monday the following week, which is the 26th, we have partly cloudy skies with a few showers and thunderstorms possible. Highs in the upper 90s, chance of rain 30%. So I have some sort of good news, but unfortunately the news is not looking all that great for those of you. But for those of you that do not prefer the heat, okay, I'll take that back. For those of you who do not prefer excessive heat, I actually do have incredibly good news. For those of you who do not prefer excessive heat, just hang in there. We've got 3 days of temperatures reaching the triple digits, and then we'll ease back closer to our seasonal highs for the vast majority of next week. And unfortunately, rain chances do not look all that great over the next several days. Rain chances do not look all that great. the highest I have, so looks like so with high temperatures, we'll reach the triple digits tomorrow, the entire weekend, both tomorrow and Sunday is likely going. So this entire weekend is likely going to be the hottest weekend of the year. So we'll have highs in the triple digits both tomorrow, but for tomorrow, Sunday, and also Monday. That's 3 days of highs reaching the century mark. So if we reach triple digits tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we'll have had 14 days of triple digits this year. But we're in the triple digits for tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday, and we'll ease back to the mid to upper 90s for the remainder of next week. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Through the remainder of next week, we'll ease back into the mid to upper 90s, closer to normal. So that would kind of be that would kind of be some sort of good news. Instead of having highs well over 100, we'll only have highs generally in the mid 90s. In fact, not in the mid 90s. That's actually close to where we should be this time of year. Now the heat index. These are feel like temperatures over the next several days. 111 tomorrow, which is Saturday. 114 for Sunday. 109 for Monday. 101 both Tuesday and Wednesday. 99 by Wednesday. That's what it's going to feel like. And 100 by next Friday. So that's exactly what it's going to feel like. Those aren't the actual air temperatures. So now here's the actual air temperatures the next few days. Tomorrow, which is Saturday, 102. 106 Sunday. 102 Monday. That will put an end to the excessive heat wave. And then beginning Tuesday through the end of next week, we have high 95 for Tuesday. 96 Wednesday, 97 Thursday, 99 Friday, week from today. So after 3 days, so just hang in there. So if you're tired of triple digits, we have three. Just hang in there, just 3 more days, and then we'll ease back into the mid to upper 90s for the remainder of next week, beginning with Tuesday. And now, rain chances. I have a 10%. So now your rain chances. 10% for tomorrow. So some of you may get a shower or two. Others will likely stay dry. 10% tomorrow. 30% Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. At least we'll have some rain coming, but it won't be much. So 10% tomorrow. 30% Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. 20% by Wednesday. So again, rain chances. 10% tomorrow. 30% chance for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. 20% by Wednesday. 10% by Thursday, and probably no rain expected by next Friday. So this time next week we'll be turning hot and dry again. So it's all the so. We just have to take what we can get, and of course, typically our weather pattern is very stubborn. Right now we're just very stubborn with the ongoing drought and heat. And of course, I did explain to you guys that drought in last night's video that drought conditions are once again expanding into the region thanks to ongoing lack of rainfall. So let us hope that we get some rain late this weekend and early next week to kind of to narrow ease things just a bit. So rainfall totals over the next 7 to 10 days happen to be just slightly not more than a tenth of an inch of rain. So unfortunately, if you're looking for lots of rain, unfortunately, the way it looks as of right now, not much is going to happen. Not much is going to happen. If you're looking for rain and lots of it, if you're looking for plenty of rain and lots of it, unfortunately, it's not going to happen over the next several days. So, I'm sorry. Don't know what to tell you. If you get, of course, we should at least get a few showers late in this day, Sunday into Monday, and again on Tuesday before we dry out for the last. Well, we sort of dry things out toward the latter half of next week. So again, with the excessive heat warning we have in place, I strongly encourage you folks to please take it easy. Take lots of breaks. Take frequent breaks and make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids. Most importantly, drink lots of water. Stay cool, stay hydrated, stay out of the sun. Stay cool, stay hydrated, stay out of the sun. And stay inside as much as possible. Take frequent breaks. and drink lots of water. If you have to do outdoors chores, I would suggest doing them either early in the morning before during sunrise or later in the evening during and after sunset. So that will basically just about sum everything I want to tell you guys about here on this Friday night. And of course, and I sincerely hope you folks have had a truly blessed and wonderful week despite the heat, despite the excessive heat we're dealing with. Some of the hottest temperatures we've seen so far this year. Fortunately, they're not as notorious as Fortunately, heat is not as notorious as it was this time last year. Can you guys believe that we only had a low temperature in the 60s? It was actually cooler on this day a year ago today with the high of 64 and the high of, I'm sorry, I don't know why I say it wouldn't be nice to have a high of 64 and all that would be incredibly cool for this time of year. Have a high of 94 and a low of 68. That was a year ago today, but instead we had I think we topped at 102 if I'm not mistaken, according to the website. I'll check first thing in the morning to see what was today's official high temperature to be sure. Now, NFL season, and of course, if you look back at the Human Harmony Festival last weekend, you know that this time, so exactly 1 week ago tonight was the celebrity basketball tournament with 50 Cent in the game at the so it was at the celebrity basketball tournament held at the Stageworks downtown Shreveport. Stageworks Expo in downtown Shreveport. So ahead of last weekend's multi-event weekend festival. So looking for NFL preseason games tomorrow. The Cowboys will face the Las Vegas Raiders. That's tomorrow. The New Orleans Saints will face the San Francisco 49ers tomorrow evening at 7. So the Dallas Cowboys will face the Las Vegas Raiders tomorrow evening at 9. And the New Orleans Saints will face the San Francisco 49ers Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Looking for the NFL preseason matchup. Actually, this is the second week of the NFL preseason. But that basically will just about cover everything that I want to share with you guys here on this Friday night. Again, I sincerely hope you folks have had a truly blessed and wonderful day. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here on this Friday night. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Have a blessed weekend. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.